Hey everyone, we're about to dive into something that is literally changing the game in every single industry out there: big data. But, we're not going to treat this like some scary, complex tech problem. No, we're going to look at it for what it really is: a huge business opportunity just waiting for you. So let's talk about how you can turn all that data into your own secret weapon.
So, let me just ask you straight up. Do you know how to take this new industrial revolution, the data revolution, and make it work for you? This is a serious question. We're living in a time where if you can measure it, you can manage it. But unlocking that kind of power? Well, that all starts with knowing how to actually handle the data in the first place.
And this, right here, is the absolute core of what we're talking about. It's so easy to get bogged down with the latest software or the fanciest new platform, but the real secret, the real power, it's never in the tool itself. It's all about knowing what you can do with it. It comes down to your strategy, your insights, and your ability to make the right call.
Okay, let's be real for a second. We are swimming in data. It's everywhere. We're practically drowning in it. And that right there is the big challenge for pretty much every professional today. How do you go from feeling totally overloaded to actually spotting those game-changing opportunities hidden inside all that noise?
So just to make sure we're all on the same page, what even is big data? Well, the classic definition is pretty simple. It's any collection of data that's so huge and so complex that your standard old-school software, well, it just can't keep up. We're talking about things like every credit card swipe in the country for a year, or the live sensor data streaming from a fleet of jet engines. The scale is just massive, and it demands a whole new way of thinking.
So, how in the world do you conquer something like that? Well, the path to getting this stuff down is actually a pretty simple two-part journey. Think of it like a two-day transformation. Day one is for building your foundation, and day two is all about mastering your toolkit. Let's break that down.
See, it's incredibly straightforward. The first step is all about building a rock-solid foundation. You've got to understand the what and the why before anything else. Then the second step is where you get your hands dirty and master the practical toolkit. That's all about the how.
Okay, so day one is all about those fundamentals. We start with the famous 4 V's. You've got volume, that's the insane amount of data; velocity, how fast it's coming at you; variety, because it's not just numbers, it's text, images, you name it; and veracity, which is all about, can I even trust this data? We also dive into things like NoSQL databases, which are built for all this messy, unstructured info, unlike the rigid spreadsheets you might be used to.
Then on day two, we roll up our sleeves and get practical. This is where you learn to use powerhouse tools like Hadoop MapReduce. Think of it like a digital factory that can take a gigantic job, break it into 1,000 tiny pieces, and get it all done at once. You'll learn how to handle live streaming data, like from a Twitter feed, and get answers to your questions in seconds, not days. This is all about going from theory to actually doing it.
And of course, you can't be a master without your tools, right? So let's quickly run through some of the essential tech you'll be working with. This is your modern analytics toolkit.
First up, the undisputed king, Hadoop. Honestly, just think of it as the operating system for big data. It's the foundation that lets you store and crunch massive data sets using clusters of normal everyday computers. That's what makes it so powerful and affordable. Now, sitting on top of Hadoop, you've got tools like Pig and Hive. These are basically amazing shortcuts. Instead of writing tons of complex code, they let you ask questions about your data in a much simpler way. This means you can explore these enormous data sets and get answers way faster.
Then we kick things into high gear. We're talking about pure speed. Tools like Spark are for those times when just fast isn't nearly fast enough. They work their magic in memory, which is perfect for stuff like real-time fraud detection, where every single second counts.
And finally, where does all this data actually live? You'll get hands-on with some of the most popular NoSQL databases like MongoDB and Cassandra. They're built for flexibility, so you can easily handle the messy, unpredictable data that is just, well, the reality of the big data world. Okay, so that's the tech. But let's talk about the real reason we're here: you and your career. Because learning all this is great, but the ultimate payoff is about what it does for your professional future. It's about making you completely indispensable.
In this slide, it really says it all. You go from the before, this state of total data chaos, feeling overloaded, and just guessing at your strategy, to the after, a state of complete business clarity, where you're the one delivering actionable insights and driving decisions based on actual facts.
So, what can you actually do when you walk away from this? Well, you'll be able to confidently handle any kind of messy data thrown at you. You'll know exactly which tool is the right one for the job. And most importantly, you'll have the skills to build a complete big data strategy for your organization right from the ground up.
So you might be thinking, okay, but is this really for me? Well, take a look if you're a project manager, a developer, a DBA, a data scientist, really anyone whose job is about turning information into smart decisions, and you want to be a leader in your space, then yeah, this is absolutely your next step.
Which brings us right back to the biggest question of all. Now that you've seen the path from chaos to clarity, are you ready to stop looking at data as a problem and start turning it into your single greatest professional asset?
Because at the end of the day, becoming a leader in this data revolution, the person who can actually see the future hidden in the numbers, that journey doesn't start with buying some software. It starts with a decision. And that decision, to turn data from a burden into your weapon, can start right here, right now.